What does the Qur'an say about the end of the universe? We can only surmise the events as told in the Qur'an, and God knows best. Life and death can appear to be unfair. A good person could die in a horrible accident, and yet an elderly person may die peacefully in their sleep, even after having done much wrong. How does one make sense of the two lives that have been lost? How can one reconcile what seems to be a very unjust world? Without believing in the hereafter, it seems life and death are very unfair. The reality is that everyone seems to get dealt a different set of playing cards in life. Without believing in some kind of ultimate justice, it seems the story of life appears to be only half told. It's like starting to watch a movie and then leaving halfway through without waiting for the ending. Obviously, all and any assumptions made during the first half of the movie will not guarantee a full understanding of exactly what happens at the end. Some people believe there is no hereafter, and death is the end, and that's it. Some don't believe that heaven actually exists, until the day when the famous James Webb Telescope snaps a picture of a magical place somewhere in the far reaches of the universe. In fact, one is free to imagine anything to satisfy our own inner curiosity for life, death, heaven and hell, and the hereafter, and be totally comfortable with it, regardless of whether it's true or not. However, for a Muslim who believes in the authority of the Qur'an, the answers to these burning questions are very clear. We know the creation of the universe as a Big Bang is confirmed in the Qur'an. Do not the unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit of creation? Before we clove them asunder, we made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? One big unanswered question about the precise and fine-tuning of the universe is: how did such magnificent order that we see in the world ensue from complete chaos? After the creation, we also know that the universe is expanding. The heaven, we have built it with the twist of the divine hand. Verily, we are expanding it. Twist here could imply a rotational movement, which is exactly the type of movement we see from the electrons in the atom to massive galaxies. All the religions of the world, and also modern science, believe that the world and universe at large are going to end someday. But the question is, how? Also, is death really the end, or is there something more to look forward to? Is there a mechanism for ultimate justice? So far, we know about the Big Bang and the expanding universe. But will the universe go expanding forever? Will the inward pull of gravity ever overcome the outward force of expansion? Although no one has actually seen it, we know from calculations that so-called dark matter is present in abundance in the universe. Could this be the key to the demise of the universe? To Allah belongeth the unseen of the heavens and the earth, and the decision of the hour of judgment is as the twinkling of an eye, or even quicker, for Allah hath power over all things. Now, if dark matter and gravity together are responsible for slowing down the expansion of the universe, will it then actually implode? And will the universe eventually return back to the singularity from which it originated? Could this be the big crunch? And God knows best. We know that when a large spring is stretched and expanded, it takes a great deal of time and effort. But when it's let go, it collapses in a fraction of a second. Similarly, a balloon takes time to be filled with air, but deflates almost instantaneously. The day that we roll up the heavens like a scroll rolled up for books completed, even as we produce the first creation, so shall we produce a new one, a promise we have undertaken. Truly shall we fulfill it. No just estimate have been made of Allah, such as is due to Him. On the day of judgment, the whole of the earth will be but His handful, and the heavens will be rolled up in His right hand. High is He above the partners that attribute to Him. It appears that the Almighty Creator has a purpose for the universe, and once fulfilled, it will be annihilated. We created not the heavens and the earth and all between them, but for a purpose, and for a term appointed. But those who reject faith turn away from that whereof they are warned. Since time and space began with the Big Bang, the fact that everything will one day return to zero implies that the Creator Himself is not bound for the limits of space and time, and His existence is beyond these variables. Time and space, as we know it, will one day cease to exist. And call not, besides Allah, on another God. There is no God but He. Everything that exists will perish except His own face. To Him belongs the command, and to Him will ye all be brought back. And again, all that is on earth will perish except the face of thy Lord, full of majesty, bounty, and honor. But the question is, when exactly will this occur? Verily, the hour is coming. My decision is to keep it hidden, for every soul to receive its reward by the measure of its endeavor. Are there any other verses in the Qur'an that give us clues about the events of a possible big crunch? When the sun with its spacious light is folded up, when the stars fall, losing their luster, then when the stars become dim, and the sun and moon are joined together, when the earth shall be shaken to its depths, and the mountain shall be crumbled to atoms, and the earth is moved, and its mountains, and crushed to powder in one stroke. When the earth has been crushed to atoms, grinding. And what happens after the big crunch? Is it the big bounce? The trumpet will just be sounded, when all that are in the heavens and on earth will swoon, except such as it will please Allah to exempt. Then will a second one be sounded, when, behold, there will be standing and looking on, and the earth will shine with the glory of its Lord. A brand new creation from a state of single singularity. Could this be the big bounce? Some evidence from the Qur'an. That He hath promised a second creation. Were we then weary with the first creation, that they should be in confused doubt about a new creation? One day the earth will be changed to a different earth, and so will be the heavens, and they will come forth before Allah, the One, the Irresistible. Did ye think that we had created you in jest, and that ye would not be brought back to us for account. Moreover, just imagine that singularity will be composed of all the matter that ever existed in the universe, stars, planets, and all the atoms of every human being that ever existed. No matter how they died, they will be reconstituted and reconstructed. They say, what? When we are reduced to bones and dust, should we be raised up to be a new creation? Say nay, be ye of stones or iron, or created matter which in your minds is hardest to be raised up. Yet shall ye be raised up. Then will they say, you will cause us to return? Say, he who created you first. They will turn their heads towards thee and say, when will that be? Say, may that be quite soon. And they say, what, when we lie hidden and lost in the earth? Shall we indeed be in creation renewed? Nay, they deny the meeting with their Lord. The unbelievers say in ridicule, shall we point out to you a man that will tell you, when ye are all scattered to pieces in disintegration, that ye shall be raised in a new creation, when the souls are reunited? Nay, we are able to put together in perfect order the very tips of his fingers. And what will some reconstructed souls say when they eventually realize what actually happened? O Lord, we have seen and we have heard now. Then send us back to the world. We will work righteousness, for we do indeed now believe. Are human beings the only form of new creation after the big bounce? But what about all the other matter in the universe, stars, galaxies, planets, and dark matter? Be quick in the race for forgiveness from your Lord, and for a garden whose width is that of the whole of the heavens and of the earth, be prepared for righteousness. This indicates that the new creation will take the place of the present universe. But whilst most of the current universe is hostile and uninhabitable for the human being, the sequel will be an unimaginably beautiful and wonderful place, as big and far as the current universe, but devoid of all the physical laws and limitations, rules and regulations imposed on us in this life. In fact, all the matter that exists in the present universe might be reused and shaped into a completely different form that would become the heaven we have been promised. The laws of science as we know them today will not apply in the new creation of heaven, and there will be no more old age and death. Now, wouldn't this be a wonderful destiny for those who wish to strive for it? Now no person knows what delights of the eye are kept hidden in reserve for them.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين